afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from the host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, here of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting on 1 versus 1 on famine will approach between Kamfrenchie fighting for the Soviet Union for the glory of Communist Stalin, and the 125th Rifle Corps holding up the line here as RedxWings attacks in the name of Deutschland. Fighting here for the 3rd Panzer Division. We've got Mechanized, we've got Assault Support, we've got Blitzkrieg Doctrine here for RedxWings, and 3 MG42 bullets, all with increased rate of fire. Versus Kamfrenchie Shock Rifle, Shock Army, and Guard Mortar with several anti-tank gun bulletins and a single mine bulletin. We've got an early bunker there, 2 Pioneers, and he's getting an MG42. A bit rarer to see that, to someone starting out with an MG42. Heading northwards here, RedxWings still is spreading out a bit more, gaining a bit more ground that way in some regards. It's also a bit harder to pin down initially.
Engineers ready for assignment. We have taken it.
And we've got the engineers there around, so 2 companies, 2 conscript squads. Might be intended here to get up an early building, or just himself to gain more ground. Also rushing gear straight for the building. In the center, we got a 2nd MG42 there for RedxWings. A 2nd MG42. Now that's definitely out of the ordinary. That is definitely very much out in the ordinary. It's something not really seen a lot. And certainly not in the last many months. So moving out there, current scoops running into the MG42 sitting up there. Looks like they will be able to get out of the out of fire. Of course, there's a bit of risk when they got the MG42 around like that. It is very much exposed. Of course, the result is an immediate retreat here. I mean, the MG42 isn't that flexible, so pretty much once it's got outflanked in most cases, unless there's another MG42 or some imps nearby, it is forced to retreat. Or I suppose if it's gone in circle, meant he could have tried sprinting. But that was about it. And he's getting a 3rd MG42 once more. We're seeing here rather peculiar opening from RedxWings. This time it's not lots of Pioneers. For some early Panzers, now it's actually lots of MG42s there. He must be having some kind of expectation of all those MG42 bulletins. That increased rate of fire. So far he's using the Pioneers, then a bit the MG42 to keep the combat troops occupied. He's activating to gain some ground there though. Kamfrenchie's also gaining territory, then cutting off the fuel. So definitely a lot happening here. We've got 3 conscript squads near, by the way, 4 Kamfrenchie, 2 combat engineers. Pioneers here quickly cut down borders there with the MP40s. Dimitri joins in as Dieter, though, himself gets cut down. There we go, up close. The Pioneers do have a slight advantage versus the conscripts, in particular since the conscripts were approaching the Pioneers. So that gave the Pioneers a bit of an advantage. They should have not run up directly to the Pioneers there, if anything. And there we go, a rare occasion where a Pioneer unit actually overcomes the conscripts in close quarters combat. But then again, I mean, the Pioneers can't do it again, and it's overall due to the way that Kamfrenchie approached this battle. But still, rare to see, rare to see. Got MG42 quickly starting the Kamfrenchie up north. Overall, though, RedxWings so far is not getting that much out of his MG42s. The terrain right here in particular makes it a bit difficult to get sort of full usage out of them. So basically, RedxWings has to sort of mobilize them elsewhere. Still some rather high-risk game he's got going there. These Pioneers, by the way, will soon have to retreat as well. They're in a very poor condition here and will not be able to survive much longer. We've got Molotovs up and we've got a field infantry there in the way.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Certainly with that many MG42s out, Molotovs would be quite good. In this case, the combat systems also low on health, and the support gunners do also possess some semi-potent submachine guns there, so the companies all really low on health will not be able to do so much. There we go, though. Heinz went down, the rest escaped. So far, the MG42s have actually not managed to do so much. There we go, though. Building command fire here from the MG42. Shots peltering the windows. We got him moving on here for light mechanized company. There might be something a bit more offensive there, a bit more mobile as well. But so far, Kamfrenchie sort of managed to keep RedxWings a bit at bay despite the rather peculiar opening here, which might have caught some players off guard, but here in this case, Kamfrenchie keeps his cool and his calm. Other MG42 shifting around here, creating several large arcs of fire. We got a scout car on the way. That might actually catch Kamfrenchie off guard further with the rush there for the scout car. And concern abuse will certainly give RedxWings a bit more of a mobile element to deal here with the, well, lack of mobility of his other units. We've got some flamethrowers up here, increasing the firepower of his pioneers there. That might also assist a bit. And there we go, taking up position in the building there. Though he's already popped the Molotov there, so basically the MG42 in that regard is safe. If the conscripts don't get out of there very soon, they might get hurt. In fact, they're already getting rather hurt. And there you go, the MG42 gets off a kill there.
Enemy forces are capturing
Pioneers bring up, there you go, got the scout car on the way. Auto cannon going up.
Put down your tools and get behind something. We are ready to build it.
Bit of flame fraction there, and up north we got the conscripts going fire here from the scout car. The scout car rapidly pulls back. Either he's a bit nervous or something else going on there. Field weapons could be an option there for Kamfrenchie. We've got the support him company up, but no, we're seeing guards infantry.
Infantry squads can now be called to fight for the
Guards infantry is certainly a slightly more mobile method for dealing with the scout car. They're plastering away at the conscripts. We got the company basically waiting here, hoping to ambush some units if they get too close and catch them with a flamethrower. A nice position there, though. Of course, if he moves in from a slightly further away distance, they won't be able to do much. So it's a bit of a gamble there. We've also got minefields up already here from RedxWings, clearly not taking any advantage here with Kamfrenchie, who's already managed to sort of gain a lot of territory. He was worrying about mine, but so far today we got 2 flamethrowers up here. Maybe even some DPs. Nope, nothing like that. They're going charging straight into between 3 MG42s. There you go, caught up in front of the other one, point blank. They are finally forced away. And they're oh! Flamethrower drop there, that's definitely bad. Here we go, we've got the other units getting, well, sawed down by the MG42 inside the building. Got the scout car joining in from the north here, another MG42 marks it up, and there we go, 3 MG42s. Well, 2 of them anyways, the other one here can't actually hit, it seems. And there we go, in fact the entire force is pinned down in a wall of machine gun fire. And there's definitely an option there for a decreased firepower here for RedxWings if it so wants. I believe the Pioneers can actually add a second flamethrower there, though I might be wrong.
This land belongs to
And we've got Mechanized over here, chosen by RedxWings, Mechanized Doctrine. Been a bit of a while since we've seen that one in action. His latest has been largely Mechanized Assault, for example. They've been popular there, but looks like RedxWings, as usual, is, well, breaking new ground. He prefers going his own path, which always, I think, makes RedxWings an interesting player to watch. The point there being secure. Could he be aiming for a Mechanized Grenadier group? We got a Pack 40 there. He's clearly worried about enemy armor. In fact, as this happens, we are seeing Kamfrenchie going for the Tank Group 10 command. His access to both viewpoints has been good. Oh, MG42's there. Scout car catching the guardsman there. Grenade will go off the MG42. Almost getting the entire unit. Scout car taking like damage. No anti-tank grenades up enough here from Kamfrenchie. Attempted telemine here from RedxWings, but that surprise kind of gets spoiled, at least delayed. The MG4 turns up the building, is closing in on Vet 22. And there we go, the Pack 40 is mobilized. Panzerabwehrkanone. Or tank defense gun. Well, cannon to be more specifically. Got Concept rushing in for the north. Nice tactical move there by Kamfrenchie, taking advantage of the fact the defense has been broken down. He quick strikes from the north. And we got another MG4 to stop the conscript, quickly suppress them, getting some kills there. Molotov there, forcing the other Andy crew out. RedxWings taking none of this lightly. Meanwhile, the Kamfrenchie continues to control the map, and there we go. We got the tank for the tank come up. We got another engineer up to replace the ones so tragically lost. And we've definitely got a unit there with 2 flamethrowers. Twice the flamethrower, twice the torment to the enemy. And there we go. A Mechanized Grenadier group arrives. Mechanized Grenadier group striking down the Soviets. Pursuing them, and with that anti-tank grenades, he can probably play a bit safer. Of course, the guardsman here will definitely prove to be a bit of a problem. But there you go, MG42, scout car, and now the 250 half-track as well. Grenades there, opening up, killing a few of the units, forcing them out. You got flamethrowers joining in for the fun as well.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
So it looks like RedxWings' plan is basically to go mechanized. I mean, going from that initial state of the MG42s, basically that way, sort of rapidly turn things around, but already Kamfrenchie is getting a T-70 in his own, which will certainly make things a bit more difficult for the likes of because I mean, we do have a Pack 40, but that still requires it to be caught by the Pack 40. So it's not exactly without its risks here for RedxWings. They're getting the half-track they've repaired. Quick round grenade. It didn't do so much, it probably hit an empty room. And he's actually popping the dual flamethrower pioneers inside the half-track. That's definitely one way of creating your own flamethrower half-track. He could consider taking up, maybe, then again, he's not really got a lot of fuel. There you go, engineers running straight into the pioneers, they're dual flamethrowers. Get a bit of damage there, gaining veterans one here for the pioneer. Got the scout car rapidly moving up north, might want to get repaired, and the pioneers pull back for reinforcements. We've got Kamfrenchie saying a fuel cache, splendid position there at the same time he's going here for the other point. Got Telemans going down here clearly. RedxWings, of course, is worried about enemy armor. We also got anti-tank grenades going up. That looks like Kamfrenchie's also realised he can't just take it too lightly here, in particular the more vehicles increasing here. He needs something sort of shut it down a bit more, well, efficiently than just one guard's unit, which he, by the way, merged some conscripts with. He could consider some DPs there. Pioneers need to retreat. Come on, Dieter, let's get out of here. Yeah, I just need to get this minesweeper unstuck. Bit of light action there. We got the T-70 slowly roaming north, the tiny tank terror. Got another MG42 rolling up in the building. The other MG42 slowly getting up to Veteran 2. There we go, Contrast straight into another MG42. Up again, you got the Pioneer Flammenwerferwagen. Though technically the Pioneer units did not have any sort of 250 half-tracks. There were 251s meant for sort of more Pioneer stuff, but there were, well, basically Pioneer battalions mounted in half-tracks. So again, we got the Russians getting burned up. Anti-tank grenade goes off, but even that's not going to work so much versus the two flamethrowers, and there's clearly a lot of Russians getting roasted there. T-70 quickly moves in, but we got Pack 40 opening on the T-70. Nice hit there. Misses though. We got the Guardsmen being stopped by the MB42. Pinned down though. Ultimately, they cannot keep up, and there we go. 8 kills on that MG42. They're definitely getting somewhere with those high rate of fire. But again, that's only because he's finally gotten them into some positions where he can sort of really force Kamfrenchie to have to run into them, in which case, you know, they actually can do some damage. The problem was initially, for a larger part, they didn't really do much. But now with the other elements, he's actually getting somewhere. But he's going to be running into a problem here as Kamfrenchie slowly builds up his armoured component, and now wisely brings in a heavy mortar, so I'll try on that way, bomb his opponent out of the, well, village here. So not a bad idea at all there from Kamfrenchie. A wise decision, if anything. And that's definitely going to make it more difficult for RedxWings to use his MG42s to maintain, well, a slightly more defensive posture with them. In that regard, taking up might be a wise idea, and there we go. In fact, he has done so. A support armor core, maybe a flak panzer or a panzer for some Stoogs would be a good maneuver from there on. Certainly something with a bit more punch and durability, also something a bit more immune from mortar fire. A Stoog or a panzer 4 would certainly be the better choices, I think. Would certainly be able to sort of deal with the T-70 and the infantry, but at the same time also be a bit, you know, proof versus future armor that follow on soon, because Kamfrenchie can, for example, soon get some T-34-76s. There we go, he's bringing in the MG42s again. There's a slight problem here. But there we go, close quarter. But again, Molotov going off, and there we go, gunner went down. Very common, very common. Scout car though joining in. But again, he probably should have sent in some troops to support there. At least lead the way. And once more, Kamfrenchie's gaining ground. RedxWings is being a bit contained. Struggling a bit. Like he's getting here to dispatch the Pioneer unit northwards and burn those Russians into a crisp. Quick advance here. Building here in a rather poor condition. I rather think Kamfrenchie should be careful. I mean, this building is not exactly what you'd call structurally safe. I mean, one more shot in the wrong place, that thing's going to collapse like a house of cards. Might got flamethrowers there, anti-tanking the connection nonetheless, but can't do himself some heavy losses. And enter another MD-42 here, closing in on Veteran 2 there, going fat, hits it. T-70 loads up, no pack falling nearby to support. Half-track being repaired. Rather risky. Oh, insane, the armor piercing round, but too late there. T-70 pulled back, got a T-35 on the way as well. Pack 14, number 2 arrives to support RedxWings. Got heavy mortar fire going down as well. I'm surprised he still maintains position there at the same time. The MD-42 is not doing too well, needs to get away, Can't really say he should afford to lose that kind of veterancy. In particular, considering how long it took him, despite having all those bulletins to increase their damage performance. But there we go, guard finding force out here by the half track with the Pioneers in it. Veterancy 2 definitely more of a threat now. There you go, T-70 quickly flanks in on the MD-42. Pioneers need to retreat. RedxWings is nastily contained. It's time for the mid-game now. The current situation is RedxWings is very much a bit on the back foot. He's basically lacking some real elements to push forwards with in that regard. Mr. Kamfrenchie has RedxWings here nicely contained in these series of battles. Basically, he needs to do something sort of more aggressively break out. The problem is, in part, he's only got light vehicles and a lack of infantry. His opponent's got T-70, he's got artillery, he's got some guards infantry, and he's got now 2 tanks out on the field. That's definitely a problem here for RedxWings. He needs to do something a bit more seriously. He needs to sort of try and catch a unit, wipe it out, and try and see if he can't do something about knocking out the arm. In that regard, you know, he could try to set up for the Panzer IV command tank, but overall, that's only really going to work versus the T-70. He needs to get up a support armor core, and he needs to get out some armor. Stug, I think, would be an immediate sort of choice there, sort of help at least initially. Then you get out some Panzer IVs. Either way, he needs some serious armor, or at least somewhat serious armor. So try to deal here with the elements of Kamfrenchie. Some more infantry would probably also be a good idea. I mean, he can't just sort of rely on that little, no matter how much he likes. He needs at least, you know, 1 more infantry squad. Panzer Grenadiers maybe could work out that way. And then he sort of needs to again decide, you know, what does he really want to hold, because in part it feels like he's a bit indecisive. As for Kamfrenchie's overall sort of handling and reacting to this very well, trying to sort of play fluid. He's not just sort of bunching up, he's constantly striking here and there. He's keeping it fluid, he's got light armor, infantry, he's got artillery, which can definitely make things more difficult for the MD-40s to set up. He's also got guards motors, of course. He might want to sort of save up for T-35s. He's got a fuel cache to support that. He's holding both fuel points in that regard. You know, Kamfrenchie is also playing reasonably well. He could maybe consider field gun up. That might be one thing to suggest to him. One thing. But beyond that, there's not really sort of anything huge there. I mean, mines here, maybe a demo charge could be some good moves to sort of make things more difficult for RedxWings sort of get back in the game. But overall, there's not really as such a lot of harsh criticism here, anything real criticism towards Kamfrenchie's overall keeping up the pressure quite nicely and keeping RedxWings a bit wrong-footed. So let's see if we return to the fight. And we go half-track running straight into the T-34 He might almost get the gut. There we go, in fact, the Pioneers wipe them out. There we go. Things are slightly going here RedxWings' way. Slightly. And that should definitely give him a bit more breathing space. But certainly the dual Pioneer flamethrower component at 250 half-track has definitely proved to be quite helpful here for him. And there we go. Telemine went off. Engine damage only, not even heavy, allowing the T-34-76 to get out there in a reasonable pace. The T-70, though, on the other hand, does have its main gun destroyed, so we're seeing repairs there. That is going to take a bit longer. All 3 MD-42s now, by the way, are veterancy too. Constantly in a bit of trouble. There we go, we got the Pioneers joining in for the last bit there. Pouring fire over them, forcing them away. The dual Pioneer half-track is definitely proving to be quite the lethal combo here for RedxWings. Certainly a nice little improvisation there from him. Got the T-34 being repaired. Getting a bit of ground up north, but still lacking some systems to sort of push back his opponent. Ooh, mortar after in a bit of trouble. I want to hunt it down there with the scout car. Schnell.
Mortar here. We ride in the right.
There you go, hey, mortar force away. And we got a Panzer IV command tank out, a Panzerbefehlswagen for the 3rd Panzer Division. That is all the armor that can so far be afforded to this push. And we set to align the lighter vehicles there. And the dual flamethrower. There we go, veterans free. That has definitely, I'd say, proven to be worth its cost. Rarely it does happen in this case with the RedxWings control and that extra flamethrower. This has definitely turned out to be quite the lethal combo. Might want to sort of move through here. Got here mortar fire going down here against the suspected positions of RedxWings. And there we go, companies are finally forced away, but at the same time with the command tank, RedxWings does lack some heavy armor as Kamfrenchie is only adding more. He could consider maybe a howitzer, in part that could be used as a first to silence the enemy howitzer, but also try and catch and break up any assaults there from Kamfrenchie. That might actually be a good idea to consider. Infantry striking north there. Straight into this force composition. There you go. Straight into the flame. First aim to the light machine guns. In this case, RedxWings is doing his best to ensure it gets, well, bogged down. It does happen, but not without some damage to the conscripts. T-34 they're rushing in. And the conscripts were certainly heavily scorched in the process. In this case, it seems like RedxWings has an idea what's going to come. You got the scout coming up there to quickly check on the situation. Still, overall, he's struggling to gain some fuel for any longer period of time. Enough, RedxWings himself has not bothered with fuel caches. Again, mistake there with aiming for straight into the mine. Scheisse! Handed it over to the opponent. And he's lost the other one here as well. Things are definitely getting unpleasant here. Command tank moving in, got the scout car. Pack 40 supporting it all. The 250 though made it out of there. The conscripts also largely got them unscathed. Enough, Kamfrenchie is not picking up the MB42 here. Interestingly enough. Got the second T-34 76 moving to support. T-70 hiding all the way down south. Not sure what he's playing here with the Panzer IV, the command tank. Oh, actually got a shot through there. Kamfrenchie continues the southern pressure. And at least managed to crew one MB42, whereas Kamfrenchie gleefully ran off with the other one. There you go, straight after the communists. Again, the dual part flamethrower combo there. Lethal as ever. Further heavy mortar fire, got the Grenadiers moving in. He's trying to panzer fast, so he's not quite coordinating actions. You're getting a third pack 40. I think RedxWings here might be going a bit over the board again. I think he's pouring too much into static units, considering he's being hit constantly with more mobile units, all the while supported by a heavy mortar. It's rather risky. And there you go. T-70 striking in there. There's nothing to support it. The pack 40's been too occupied with this. Dear. Got one pack 40 moving to support.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
Oh, T-70 got abandoned. T-70 got abandoned. The crew's killed. And the other lads running into the MD-42. All getting suppressed in one go. Looks like Kamfrenchie wasn't quite expecting that event to happen. You can't quite get close there to knock out the T-70. And now we got the Pioneers moving in to assess and, well, turn around the situation. Smoke going down here from Kamfrenchie to basically cover the conscript taking the victory point. Now, there we go! He pops in some Pioneers rather rapidly. All the while having used the 250 half-track to absorb any anti-tank grenades, basically baiting him to do that and then making an escape there. And he's actually using marked vehicle. He was absolutely determined to get that T-70. He does not want to see it handed over to the enemy. There's just basically everything's rushing in. At the same time, we got a smoke screen going down here from him. Landing set on the combat engineers. Almost getting the half-track. And finally it goes down. Finally the 250 half-track is kaput. But the T-70 tank is nonetheless now in the hands of RedxWings and the German army. Still RedxWings though, he's having a hard time here breaking out. And he needs that T-70 repaired. Schnell, he might want to use his most veteran pioneers here with 16 kills in the name to quickly get that sort together. And I've got the command tank trying to deal with the infantry so far. Actually having a hard time hitting anything. Killing anything. Well, there you go. Needs to pull back though before the conscripts pelt it with anti-tank. At the same time, all of this happening. Got a T-34-76 striking in. Panzer IV damage. Aha! Pack 4 needs to turn again. Driving around here, we got the pack force reacting a bit more swiftly. Main gun destroyed here in the scout car. Panzer IV might go down. We got new guardsmen here arriving for Kamfrenchie. Panzer IV about to go down. Ah, destroyed engine. Scheiße. And there you go, the other T-34 also got abandoned. So that's definitely a... okay, so there we go. Smoke screen down, but a bit too late again here for RedxWings to save the day. His T-70 is ready, but that's not really going to work as a T-34-6. More pack force they're firing. Scout car down. Assault here in the other. Pack 40. We got the T-70 here rising up for RedxWings. Could this turn the tide?
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
What will RedxWings do with this tiny tank? Now in the service of Deutschland. Might end up losing a Pack 40 or T-34-76, but never got mind. He's managed to occupy the Pack 40 with the Guards infantry. Buying his tank a bit more time. And he's calling in a second command tank. T-70 quickly striking in from another angle. Another damaged engine.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
Nasty losses inflicted, but overall, Kamfrenchie's force isn't looking too bad. Guards infantry unit was wiped out here by the might of Deutschland. But Kamfrenchie is, or RedxWings, I mean, he's actually not looking too good victory point-wise. He's definitely behind. Fuel point-wise, it's not looking too good either. Kamfrenchie can soon call in a pair of T-35s, and what does RedxWings have to stop him? A few packs, command tank, and a Soviet light tank. Not exactly the best of situations.
The enemy has cut off a sector. We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Enemy contact! HMG ready for
And it is they're firing. Rough break straight on the heavy mortar. Almost gets it. Almost get it. But not quite. And there you go, more anti-tank grenades. We've got the MD-42 banging up the thing here. Everybody's getting suppressed. Got the fuel point, the MD-42 covering there. Might want to secure this victory point down there. Maybe lay down some mines around it. Still, it's very difficult here for RedxWings to maintain a sort of proper defense. And there we go. Quickly moving up with tanks, secure the northern victory points. Kamfrenchie keeps up the pressure here. Never slacking off. He's doing anything they can. Russian infantry advancing. Immediately the tanks open up. And there we go. Heavy mortar run connects on the Panzer IV. But really fails to do any sort of serious damage there. But ultimately, though, RedxWings is forced to pull back infantry. Still no sign here of the support armor corps. I mean, it does make this a bit of a, well, waste of resources, to be honest. Which is we got another tailor mine going down there. Oh dear, still. RedxWings need to be seriously careful about this. I mean, that's basically the problem. All these MD-42s and no infantry. He's basically got nothing to screen for them, which will make some easy targets. In this case, that's going to be cut down here by 2 veterans, 3 conscripts. If he's lucky, they might escape, but I mean, as you might be noticing here, they're quickly getting shot to pieces. Looks like this case, they just barely got out there. And there you go, another telemine hit. This time again. Oh, didn't even suffer any heavy, serious damage to it. Maybe it's just a Panzerfaust, actually. Doesn't look like it. Another T-34 this strike. So we've got Pack 4 needs to set up here. Field gun join in here, definitely make it difficult for the Panzer IV to operate. And going for that victory point as well.
We have taken it.
A very prickly situation here for RedxWings.
This now belongs to us.
Pack 40 covering the north of the gun. Now RedxWings is actually spreading out extremely thinly. Instead of again just saying, you know, okay, I'll just hold 2 victory points until I can stabilize the situation. But again, these pioneers with dual flamethrowers, 21 kills.
Infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
T-34, the crack quickly strikes in. He's got no Pack 40 covering there. Instead, it's up here where there's barely any infantry support either. I mean, he should have focused instead of just 2. Right here, RedxWings either got desperate or greedy. Either way, the pioneers themselves were lost. Victory points have been rendered neutral. He might lose the T-70. In fact, he's losing the center as well. And we got another mechanized group here arriving. Very rare to actually see a player use 2 mechanized grenadier groups in a battle, to be honest. Country squad wiped out by this stage. I don't think the losses really matter that heavily to Kamfrenchie unless he really sort of quickly bleeds out. I mean, as long as he plays it sensibly, he should be able to hold out things because he's basically got the victory point advantage. Oh, 250 out straight in front of the field gun. Barely managed to avoid total annihilation there. And then straight into the T-34, which then almost wipes the entire unit. Oh, and the Panzerfaust misses. Just a terrible situation here. 24 points left. Company's breaking through here. Anti-tank near damage in the Panzer IV. Almost got the counter squad there. And there you go. We got a 30-34. So he's not even bothering with the T-30-35s, to be honest. He's not even bothering. Hey, mortar there closing on Veteran 2 definitely done its job. He could try and use secure mode here on the T-70. Looks like he's forgotten, and looks like it won't matter. There we go. Game over. A loss for Germany. A victory here for the Soviet Union. A interesting battle, though. Again, it was also clearly something with some flaws. And despite, you know, RedxWings attempted to basically sort of boost the MG42s as much as possible, I mean, their weaknesses clearly show. Basically, they're not very mobile. They can easily sort of be held up by a unit in a building, and no role that really limited what RedxWings could do, in particular on a map like this. It didn't take long for Kamfrenchie to basically bog him down. He needed something a bit more offensively, like infantry. He didn't have it. As you take that, though, he could sort of break out, but at that point, rapidly a T-70 came in, and again, the lack of sort of any serious attitudes to deal with it rather quickly sort of contained him. So in that regard, there were some larger strategic flaws here within RedxWings' strategy, and that rather cost him in the long run, in particular since, you know, he should have, once he got the phase 2 up, he should have gone for the support armor corps instead of playing for the command tanks. And I think that was sort of the final sort of strategic flaw there that basically sort of cost him the game, as he then basically had nothing that could sort of really seriously challenge Kamfrenchie, since the command tank really can't. I mean, he lacked infantry to sort of really support as well, so in that regard, I think that was really where it went wrong. I mean, he had some good moves there. The half-track with the dual flamethrowers there really did a lot for him, but then that really couldn't do it. He could have maybe considered a howitzer, but he didn't go for it. I think that was also maybe a mistake. Had he gone for it, he might have been able to sort of silence some of all those weapons, like the heavy mortar, like the field gun, and I think he probably should have done it. Instead, though, again, that never quite came up. So, I mean, really, if he's going to insist on having that many machine guns, he needs more infantry to make it work. Either make it some panzer grenadiers or something else, but he needs infantry. Without infantry, it's simply put not going to work. So I think that rather bit covers that. I mean, Kamfrenchie overall, I think, played well. He reacted well, and he overall played a very strong game, which made it very difficult for RedxWings with his force compositions to break out of it. But overall, an interesting and a different fight. Some rare doctrinal usage, some interesting usage of the 250 half-track, and some other fun bits there. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this fight. I hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not new, send in a replay or provide some feedback in the comment section. If this is Imperial Danger, cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye.